Hey folks, what's going on today? I'm back at you today with another video about Seedance 2.0. After getting 3 days now under my belt of using this and spending a few $100 in credits and testing it, I wanted to show you how I'm using it, or how I've kind of solidified a workflow to use Seedance 2.0 to produce large volumes of video content, be it for social media or ads. What I'm going to show you in this video is a structure I'm using to create multiple ads at scale and for a variety of different industries. But I want to show you basically the workflow and the idea I'm doing it, just to kind of get your head going on what is possible. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create an ad live. I haven't done anything yet. We're going to do this all from scratch. And what we're going to do is actually create an ad for a company that sells bathtub to walk-in shower conversions. This is for a industry I'm familiar with. It's called aging in place. And aging in place is basically we've got all kinds of baby boomers and younger than boomers right now in North America and Europe, and what's happening, and Australia, everywhere, right? It's all over the place, the global population. But we got all these people that can't really afford to get out of their house because renting is more expensive. Their house is paid for or close to paid for, has a reverse mortgage on it or something like that, and they want to stick around. But you know what? Falling in your home is a serious risk. And the place where most falls happen when you become a senior, and I say this because I actually own some seniors housing, is in the bathroom, stepping up and over that tub, wet floor, things like this. So, point being, there is a place for having these companies that come in and they basically take the tub out and put in a shower inside. So what we're going to do is create an ad. I'm not going to create B-roll for the actual shower and everything, which we totally could do with Kling, but I want to show you basically the workflow. I'm going to sort of like a 2-block workflow. Block 1 will be our intro plus hook, and block 2 will be sort of our core offer, right? All right. So here's what I'm envisioning. And this is, I had somebody comment, say like, look, you're really good at doing the prompts and stuff like that. Do you have any training for that? And the reply I gave to that comment was, I visualize it first, like a picture, like what do I want this scene to look like? And then I just describe it, literally. And I don't know, maybe there's some skill I have that everyone else doesn't have about that, but that's how I do it. Visualize it, speak it. Whisper flow helps a ton with that. If you don't have whisper flow, I'd recommend it. What's his name? Bartlett from Darva CEO. He's part of that, and my Facebook feed is filled with ads of him talking about it. Not affiliated with it. Good tool though. Check it out. Okay, so here's what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning a talk with a mom, like a senior mom, let's say 75 years old, and her daughter, who's maybe like 40. And the conversation starts off with like, I get it, Mom. You want to stay here. I know. Since Dad's been gone, it hasn't been easy. But I'm worried about you here alone, type of thing, right? And she's like, I get it. And then the daughter says, well, at least let's look at getting that tub done. I would hate for you to slip and fall in there and then no one know that you fell for a couple days. But I know you want to be able to care for yourself, type of idea. So I'm picturing this conversation happening at the kitchen table, maybe with a couple of coffee cups. So here's how I've been starting this, and here's how I'm doing it. I'm going to write my dialogue first, so I'm going to be like, Mama, get it. You want to stay in the house. Yeah, I do. And then the daughter's going to say, I worry about you. I worry about something happening though, since you're here alone. And then the mom will be like, I know, but I want to be independent. That's it. Yeah. And the daughter will say, I get it, but at least let's do something about the bathroom. You struggle to get in and out of there, and I don't want you to slip and fall. Right? And then the mom would say something like, okay, let's look into it. Right? So this is kind of like an emotional build. The idea here is that this front end of this ad is going to more get people going, yeah, right? Both the senior people who may want to stay in their house, as well as the adult kids of the seniors who may be in their 30s, 40s, or even 50s worrying about their parents being independent, okay? Now, how do we shape this up? This is what I end up doing with this now. This is where whisper flow comes in. I'm going to set the scene by describing it. So we've got a woman of about 75 and her daughter who's 40. The older woman is wearing a black sweater. She has short white hair, wears glasses, friendly looking. And her daughter of about 40 is wearing a pink and white plaid shirt. She has shoulder-length brown hair. They're both sitting across from each other at a average-looking kitchen table. It's a white kitchen table. In the background, you can see a countertop and wood cupboards. They each have a coffee cup in front of them, slight steam coming off the coffee cup. They've just poured it, and they're having a conversation about a serious issue. Okay, I'm going to stop there. That's kind of that's my room. I don't know, I got that all bolded there. So that's my description of what we've got. That's the room, right? So then we're going to say, the younger woman says to her mother, I'm going to pull this. We got to put quotes around this when we want it to be spoken by a character, right? And then the older woman says to the younger woman, and then the camera shifts over to the daughter specifically, who has a concerned look on her face and says, I'm sure you're getting why I do this way now, because I want to figure out the script I want first before ellipsis. Two caveats. Type out your numbers if you've got them. So if you're putting something about money or something like that in here, type them out. Don't put like $15 or £15. Put like literally write out 15 and dollars. It seems to perform better. Okay, happening though since you're here alone. Then the camera angle shifts specifically over to the older woman who looks down and with a little bit of sadness in her voice says, okay. Then the camera angle goes back out to both of them. And the younger woman in the plaid shirt says, okay, this is a little long. I'm going to edit this. I get it, but I'm going to get at least, but let's do something about the bathroom, period. I know the tub is a struggle. I don't want you to slip and fall. That's it. Let's see. I get it, but let's do something with the bathroom. I know the tub is a struggle, and I don't want you to slip and fall. Great. Okay, now we're going to come over here, and then the final bit will be, and now the older woman says to her daughter in a smiling way, oops, Command Z. Okay, let's look into it. Okay, so this is pretty long, but this is basically what will become my prompt. Now, I do spend a little bit of time and reread these usually, but for the sake of this video, I don't need to be bored to death. So I'm going to go to replicate. I'm going to go to my Seedance 2.0. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to paste that in there. We're going to drag this all the way over to 15 seconds, because even if it does take 15 seconds, I just want it to get it totally out. I'm going to go 9:16. I want a portrait shot, and I'm going to press go. Okay, so that's going to do its thing. So that's step one. Now, the other part of this now is I want a sort of pitch for how this can get done. So almost like a TV commercial would be. We've got two pieces here. We've got the first piece is talking about the pain and talks about it and connects the emotional wise. Now we're going to go to the other side where we've got kind of a representative that speaks for a company who's like, yeah, I get this. So I'm going to talk, let's see here. A middle-aged man is wearing a white button-up shirt and khaki pants. He's standing in a bathroom in front of a bathtub. It's a traditional-looking tub like we might see in a home built in the 80s or the 90s with a tile backsplash, but it is a clean room. It's somewhat bright inside. The person proceeds to say, Actually, I'm going to go back if you want to add something. Looking, tub, okay. The man is a spokesperson for a home renovation company, Safe Home Renovations, and they help American homeowners who want to stay in their house convert their bathtubs to safe walk-in showers. That's what we'll say, so we understand. This, I kept talking when I shouldn't have. That's what we'll say. There we go. The room is clean and somewhat bright, and the person proceeds to say, I put this in quotes, more falls happen in the bathroom for American seniors than any other room of the home. That's truth. I know this because I've worked in this industry. Let's got to think through this for 1 second. All right, I paused for a second just to think about this. So, okay, room of the home. That step over the tub into a... No, that's what I want to say. The step over into the bathtub combined with water can be a risk for seniors every time they get washed. Okay, then we're going to say here, the shot now transitions to be a specific shot looking at the tub behind him, and he's no longer in the shot, but his same voice then says, we can convert your tub into a safe walk-in shower with all, I'm trying to say here, with grab handles and other stability accessories to ensure the bathroom becomes a safe place for your independence. I'm kind of making this up on the go as it goes, right? The shot then transitions back to the man standing in front of the tub, and he says, jobs can often be completed in just a couple of days. Find out what it would cost to convert your bathtub to a safe walk-in shower for your independence. Click the button under this video now to get your quote. That kind of idea. I'm not actually going to use this for anything, but this is the idea. So I'm going to go over here. I wonder if our other one is done. Yeah, it is. Great. We'll watch this in a sec. I first want to put the other one in production. Okay, I'm not even going to reread this, so I may end up with problems, but I think you're getting, I hope you're getting the point of what we're trying to achieve here, because now what we're going to be able to do, and I'll walk you through this in just a sec. I've got audio on, 15 seconds, okay, go. All right, let's check out what this one looks like. Turn our audio on for this. I haven't.
Mom, I get it. You want to stay in the house.
Yeah, I do.
I worry about something happening, though, since you're here alone.
I know, but I want to be independent.
I get it, but let's do something about the bathroom. I know the tub is a struggle, and I don't want you to slip and fall.
Okay, let's look into...
Mom, I get it.
Okay, so it's a little bit cheesy, maybe, but, I mean, I don't know. I grew up in the 80s, and I remember TV commercials being like this, specifically for, like, free will kits and stuff like that on TV when I was watching. So, it's good, though, right? Like, so basically, so what have we just done here? So here's how this used to look, what I would have to do. I would not usually be able to get two people talking in the same screen. I would have to create two avatars in HeyGen with separate 11 Labs voices. I'd have to upload them. I would write the whole script. I would put it in 11 Labs. I would create it. Then I would create the two avatar files, and I'd put them in CapCut, and I'd slice them up and switch back and forth, and I would not get this real-life type of back and forth with it, right? Now I've got a 15-second intro that I can use for this ad, which gets people's attention because it's story-based. And then, and I don't even have to say it's like actor portrayal necessarily, because I'm not saying they did it, they bought it, or they did anything like that. One other thing I looked at, look, it even has the younger woman. It's like they're in the mom's house, and the coffee cup is like a takeaway, right? So like, oh man, I can't get over this. So now what we're going to do is, if the other piece is good, I literally just smash those two together, put it in, and let it rip. Now, the part that gets interesting is I test here, the metrics that I look for, no matter what platform you're running, is I look at the engagement rate. So like different platforms have different levels for this, but like what's the 3 second, 7 second view? Looking at the percentage of views inside Facebook. In Google, we're looking at what's the engagement rate, which is, do they watch the first 10 seconds or click on the ad or not? Then the view rate in Google, is it a 30-second view or not, which will almost be this whole video probably, because it's going to be about 30 seconds. And, you know, it'll tell me, does this intro work, right? Are they engaged? Do they click? Now, I'm not guaranteeing this is going to work, but I've got two variables now I'm working with, this front end intro and then this core call to action explainer section that's, gives the solution, which we're going to look at in just a second here. And this lets me make ads a lot faster. So once I find, here's the key and when the unlock is, if you can get a good core bit, the second half of that ad, then with Seedance, you can just keep iterating like crazy on the front end bit of it with all different ideas and just keep, as long as they make sense to connect with the back end of the ad of whatever this is going to look like. Let's see here. Okay, this is still going. I'll pause just until this is done. All right, it just finished. I haven't watched it. It started to play right away. 1 second. I'm going to turn audio on. Let's see.
More falls happen in the bathroom for American seniors than in any other room of the home. The step over into the bathtub combined with water can be a risk for seniors every time they get washed. Jobs convert your tubs and other stability accessories to ensure the battles and often be completed just a couple of days. Find out what it would cost to convert your bathtub to a safe walk-in shower for your independence. Click the button under this video now to get your quote. More falls happen in the bathroom.
So here's the thing, and I've done this several times now. First thing, you're like, wow, that guy's talking fast. He is. A solution for that, put it in CapCut, put it in whatever you're using, and reduce the speed. It fixes it up. Is it perfect? No. But does it let you get it right? Yes. The other angle here that we could probably realize doing is, there's two things you could do here, and this adds additional stacks to everything, but you can download that, clone that voice in 11 Labs. You've got the same voice, and you could create additional speaking bits for him in another way. So let me back up here. If you need to say more in this part of your ad, what I would recommend doing is getting the core pieces that you want him to say on camera or her to say on camera in this shot. So you've got consistency of visual. Then you could take it out, clone the voice in 11 Labs. Your mileage may vary on this. Just check policy in 11 Labs, but it's not a real person, so you're not cloning. It's not a permission-based thing, right? And I believe when we look at here, we do have commercial rights and all this stuff, so that should work for you, but I'm not a lawyer, just saying that. So not. If your account was to get changed or anything happens in 11 Labs, I'm not claiming responsibility for that, I guess is my point. So that's one thing you could do. And then what you could do then is, okay, he's talking on screen. Then you can use this image as a reference to create additional images or videos in Kling, which could then be B-roll to go along with him talking. And then you could create more audio roll, like voiceover, in 11 Labs after you clone the voice so it all fits together, if that makes sense. That might be a little confusing. But that's it. This is how you can make this work. This is fast, but I love like the cuts. This guy works, right? In terms of who I wanted. There's an issue here. This looks weird. Don't know what the heck this is back here, but I would have preferred this is all we needed. So a takeaway here is I might reproduce this and I might say make sure the tub is even all the way around on the sides and there are no additional faucets, soap dispensers, or anything on the side of the bathtub. But like realistically, making all this stuff for testing, it's really not going to matter, right? The other thing I noticed is not the same tub probably because the shower's behind him here, and now it's on the other side of the wall over here. But again, not important to test an idea. The key is that we just spent, let's go look, $270, so $5.40 to create a test that we could roll with now, right? So Seedance 2.0, very cool. I'm just still amazed, so I'm just going to keep rocking it. As usual, I said this in the last video. If you want to get notified when this stuff comes out or when I'm doing tutorials just for my email list, click the link in below and just get on the list. There's no fancy lead magnet. I'm not trying to convince you of anything, but I send stuff to my email list first before I put it on YouTube. So if you like what I'm talking about here and you want to learn more about it, click that link in the description, sign up there. And of course, please subscribe so you get notifications here. Plus, it helps. Everybody says a shameless plug, but comments, likes, and subscribes. That's what YouTube looks for in the algorithm. So help me out if you can. And if you got questions, put them down below. I answer them all. You can go back and look at my other videos. I legitimately do. And if you need help on what you're trying to figure out, maybe we can turn it into a video. All right. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye for now.